Oh my literal hi YouTube. Been a hot second, as in like 8 months or so. A little bit longer than a second. But today we're sitting down, we're chatting, we're doing a Q&A. I'm filling you in because pre-TikTok, I was a YouTube girly. This is my roots, you know. Some of you guys have been around for years and years and years. I think I started this channel in, what have been 2020 or 2021? And now we've got a lot of new friends because they've all come from the dog's TikTok. All right, so let's start. P.S. I'm not very good at breathing at the moment. I'm 28 weeks, nearly 29 weeks pregnant, and just the lungs are a little bit compressed. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go through a few questions that were asked to me on both the dog's Instagram and my Instagram, just about life. Let's just do a quick recap before I start vlogging again, like I haven't had a 2-year hiatus. I'm actually married. Yeah, it's no longer Brooke Thomo. That's my stage name though. Let's just keep going with it, okay? You can still call me Brooke Thomo if you want, but I actually am legally married to my now husband. We've been together for 10 years. Everyone's like, who's the baby's dad? I'm like, shock horror. My partner of 10 years. But the reason I don't post much about Jack, and never really have, is because he's not a camera guy. He's actually the opposite. He doesn't like being in front of the camera. He's an introvert. Fair enough, I respect that. I, on the other hand, am not that kind of girly. So it's a match made in heaven, really, right? So it'll be interesting to see who this little child turns out like. Do you want a bump date? No one's asked for one, but I will give you one. I just am a bit humongous. Have a squiz. What do you think? I'm in the 3rd trimester, sprinkles judging hard. Probably the main question I got across all platforms was, when am I due? June is your answer. I'm not saying a specific date because I don't want 1,000 bajillion messages on that particular day. Look at me, I can't breathe. I'm in the 3rd trimester now. But let's talk about the 1st and the 2nd. 1st trimester, hated it. Absolutely hated it. It was not fun. I had pretty bad morning sickness, but nothing that wasn't cured from tablets. Thank the Lord Jeebus Christ, because if I had hyperemesis, you wouldn't get another child inside this body. No, you wouldn't. I found out what we were having, what gender we were having through the NIPT test. That was scary as hell. Also, P.S. 1st trimester is not fun. It's actually really scary. And I won't like to go through it again. You don't feel pregnant. You can't feel the baby kick. You don't know if the baby's in the right spot. You don't know if the baby has a heartbeat. You don't know if there's anything wrong with the baby. Like, it's just like a waiting game of all these tests and ultrasounds just to hopefully see that it's growing on track. Just when you get into the 2nd trimester, you can start to feel it. Like, I think I felt him move probably like 14 weeks, and I've got an anterior placenta, which means my placenta is at the front. The 2nd trimester was good. Literally, as soon as I hit 12 weeks, I wasn't nauseous anymore. 12 or 13 weeks, it literally went on such a hard decline with the nausea. It's so good. Now, in the 3rd trimester, being 28, nearly 29 weeks pregnant, I froth it. I froth being pregnant. I think it's so fun. Like, a lot of people struggle with the body image change, and mine definitely has changed. Like, I've got a basketball inside my belly, but I love it. I love buying clothes that are bigger sizes. I don't know why. I really enjoy the process of watching my belly grow, and to be fair, I don't have any stretch marks yet. I've put on 9 kilos from my starting weight to now, and the baby itself is measuring like 1.2 kilos. And then you think, if this is 3 kilos, this is an extra 3 kilos, because holy bosom implants. My boobs grew so fast and so big. And your blood volume goes up, your placenta weighs something, your amniotic fluid weighs something. Like, I really haven't put on that much weight at all. And someone with my BMI, which I'm just average, is supposed to put on between 11 and 16 kilos. So you're supposed to get fat. It's sort of cute. It's sort of fun. You know what I love the most, actually? Like, when you eat until your heart's literally content, people still look at your big fat belly going, oh, it's so cute. Like, I'm like, this is all chili con carne. Yeah, this is all sausage roll. None of this is baby, I don't think. It's all food, but everyone's like, oh my God, it's so cute, which I love. I love when people touch on my belly. So if you see me and you want to touch on my belly, touch on my belly. I think it's so cute. But I love pregnant bellies. Like, I love watching pregnant women do anything. I'm just like, oh my God, you're creating a miracle. So I'm frothing it. Okay, what other questions do we have? Let's film a YouTube Q&A on the dogs, the pregnancy, etc. So shut up. Oh, do I make money? Yes, I do. YouTube, I make money from views and have done for ages. Like, the other day I got paid 150 bucks, but that was 2 months worth of views, and I haven't posted since Christmas. On TikTok and Instagram, yes, I get paid only for sponsored posts though, and it's a 4-figure amount. I used to think, oh yeah, influencers get like 200, 300 bucks. It's a little bit more than that. It's a little bit more than that. Oh, a lot of questions also about how you're going to introduce the baby to the dogs, how to sprinkle act, how to seed act. I know my dogs very well. They will be absolutely fine. I'm not doing any prep work to introduce a baby to them. They've been around a lot of humans. They're 4 years old. They'll adapt fine. It's either going to be seed or sprinkle. I haven't decided who, but one of them is going to be super cuddly towards the baby, and I'm honestly thinking it might be spring, but it could be seed. I don't know, but like they're not going to hate on him or anything. They're not going to get jealous. They'll be absolutely fine. How's the Renos going? Really good. So here's some before and afters. We've done the laundry. The laundry's done. It's before, this is after. And now we're doing the baby's room, the nursery. So exciting. I love watching it all come together. The house looks like a different house to when we moved in 2 years ago, and it's like awesome. I love it. This house is super special to us. We got engaged here, Jack did the proposal here, and then we just got married last weekend, which, by the way, people are like, oh, did you get eloped, or are you getting eloped? I don't think, no, eloping is when you go overseas. We just did it in the backyard. It was done in the morning, and then I had photos with like all my neighbors with the same shirts on. I didn't organize that. My neighbors were like, oh, what are we doing? I was like, literally nothing. I don't want to do anything. The only reason for me getting married is so I can have the last name as my son. And Jack and I have been together for 10 years. I have never been the girl to want a white wedding. I just haven't. I just never dreamt of the day where I'd get married. I never dreamt of the day where I'd have a big white dress, do all the dress shopping. It just never appealed to me, and I don't know why. It just never did. And when the time came, I was like, no, literally I couldn't be bothered organizing that. Like I just couldn't think of anything worse. Some people's dream, and I love that for you. It wasn't mine. So I just did, I was like, if I'm not having a typically standard wedding, I'm not having a typically standard wedding dress, so I wore black instead of white. I did it how I wanted to do it, and it was really fun. And then yeah, my neighbors, they were like, oh, well, we're gonna come and set up something at your house. I'm not organizing it. I just don't care to organize it. And they're like, okay, well, we'll make dinner, we'll come over, we'll set it up. And I was like, if you do everything, I'll be at my own house. I can arrange that. And yeah, they came and they set everything up, and we actually had such a really fun night, and they cooked us chicken burgers, and it was delicious because they said, what do you want for your wedding dinner? And I said, chicken burgers. So they cooked really yummy chicken burgers, and we had cake. One of my neighbors made a cake. It was beautiful. And yeah, it was so cute. They just invited themselves to my house, and I loved it. Where's your favorite place to travel? Canada. I can't wait to go back to Canada. We've been to New York, LA, Vegas, Canada, Perth. I've been to Vanuatu, we've been to New Zealand, Jack's been to Bali. Our favourite place out of everywhere, hands down, is Canada. Oh God, I love Canada. It's just so beautiful. The scenery is stunning, the people are lovely. I think next we're going to go to either Japan or back to Canada. But yeah, a quick overview on what's happened with the dogs. It's just freaking nuts. So on Instagram we have at the moment 116,000 followers, and on TikTok we have 845,000. So nearly 1 million followers across both TikTok and Instagram just for these two doggos. The thing that happened with TikTok is I started posting actually on my personal page, or I may have started an Instagram for the dogs, and I was posting a couple videos on there, mainly just because I like filming and editing. Like I like the process of editing. But yeah, so I just started posting on Instagram. Nothing really came of it. Like, and they never went viral. They never did anything. And then my sister was like, oh, you should start a TikTok for them. And I was like, okay, yeah, I will. I already had a personal TikTok at this page at this point. And again, nothing, I would post a couple of videos, but nothing ever came of it. So then I made the dogs TikTok, and holy, I just reposted a video that I'd already made on Instagram to TikTok, and it just blew up. I mean, it was our first video that went viral, and everyone around me, like, it was the first time anyone had really gone viral. And viral is in like millions, not just a couple like 20,000 or whatever. It was going up by the tens of thousands every minute. Like every minute I would refresh, I'm like, it's at 60,000. Oh, now it's at 80,000. Oh, now it's at 120,000. And like, yeah, within a couple of hours it went from 120,000 to 1 million. And it was the coolest thing. I just remember being shook. I was like, I've never seen this many notifications. And I had to turn my notifications off because they were just going crazy, and I was trying to teach dancing. Are you loving that, Spring? But then, yeah, so it literally jumped 0 to 100,000 followers in like 2 weeks or something. And I was like, what is this? What is this? It's crazy, it's so cool. But the funniest thing is, like, I've had a couple of people, like, I've had like probably about 10 different interactions where people have approached me in public and been like, oh, watch you on TikTok. And I'm like, oh my God, love it. Like, I love meeting people who watch me. Not just me, they watch the dogs. I just happen to be in the videos. Oh my god. But yeah, apart from that, like, life doesn't change. Like, you think, I would assume that someone with 1 million followers get approached all the time every time they go out, but it's happened like 10 times in the last year. It really doesn't happen all that often. But listen, I'm gonna wrap things up here, otherwise this video is gonna go for thrice hours long and no one wants to hear me talk for that long. So thank you so much for watching today's video. Do people still watch YouTube? I don't know how many views I'm expecting to get on this, because I'm usually on Instagram and what's it called now, TikTok these days. So yeah, let me know if you're still around, if you still want to see YouTube content or not. That is all from I and Cedar and Sprinkle, who are both in the room at the moment. Follow us at Cedar and Sprinkle or at Brooke Thomo. I'm trying to get that one up as well at the moment so I can get paid to do some like baby stuff. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!